Hello and welcome to week 2 of Statistics for Psychology, and excited to have another member of the class join us. Meredith Short is going to be joining us this week. So me and Jillian and Meredith taking on statistics this semester. So what I wanted to do with these videos at the start of each week is sort of set the stage as to what we're going to be doing. And my ultimate plan for every time we meet is we are going to first review the lab submissions for the prior week. You will have not submitted them yet. You have the whole week to complete them. Then we will review them together, give you a last chance to make some changes, some modifications, and then submit them after. So those are not going to be due on that Sunday due date. Let's hold off on those. Have them ready to go so that once we meet, we can dive right into those labs. Then we're going to switch to the chapter of the week. In this case, it's going to be chapter 2, Why Statistics. Chapter 1, Why Statistics. And we're going to make our way through that, having a dialogue about the content. I will expect that you have already read it. If you have questions, but I'll just go through, and then we're going to do many, if not all, of the little labs that are assigned in there. So we have to keep our lab manual handy, and as we're making our way through the content, we'll actually together, we'll do those practice labs. Then when we get to the end of the content, we'll have a discussion about the discussions themselves, about the quizzes and the labs and what's going to be expected. Over the course of the week, after we have met, you will have, you'll do the discussion and you will do the quiz, and you will complete the work. You will submit the discussion and submit the quiz. You will complete the labs for that particular given chapter and have them ready for review the next week. So that's how I want to run it. We'll see how that goes. So as an example of that, I'm going to go through it really quickly right now, how that might work. So this week, we don't have anything from last week to review, but we would review the labs and like everything is cool and you can go ahead and submit them. And then we would switch to we'd switch to the course book. Let me get that up and running here. Why Statistics. Now, just as a kind of for this week, I did email Jillian that the bookstore does have the packet, and that's going to be your book and lab manual for both statistics and research methods and the software SPSS. So I'd emailed you. I haven't checked my email this morning, so I'll check that later to see that you got that message. Meredith is supposed to be in on Wednesday. And so when that happens, we should get that to you as quickly as possible. And in fact, since we're not going to be able to do the statistics orientation, when we do meet, I'd like to coordinate a meeting for all three of us to get together again and do a little SPSS introduction. You'll have it, and we'll make sure it's all installed and we're all good to go. To that end, we have to make sure that whatever device you're using, what you're using for Zoom is the same device that has SPSS on it. So you're going to have to use your laptop for that, or a desktop if you have that, the camera, however you're doing this. So because I'm going to ask you to show me your screen. When we're doing some of those labs and we're doing a t-test in SPSS, I'm going to have you show me your screen so I can critique or celebrate your success, or I want to be able to see what you're doing. And so make sure that the device you're using for Zoom is also the device that has SPSS on it. Okay, now let's pretend we're in class, and this is sort of how it's going to go when we meet. I mean, we have nothing to we'll do some introductions, and here we go. But I would then say, okay, get ready. We're gonna go into the course book. And here we go. So here's the Why Statistics, Chapter 1, and we'll go into an introduction to these videos that I have for you. Now, at this point, you have downloaded this document, and if you're using the EPUB version, as you're going through, the first time you encounter an embedded video, it's going to be grayed out and you have to click it, but you only have to do that once, and it links your book to the internet, and all those videos will be embedded into your document. If you're using the PDF version, then you click on it, you'll see the picture of the video, but it's not a video. You click on that, or you click on the title, and it brings you to YouTube, or brings you wherever, like every other link, bring you outside of the course book. But we start off, the crash course statistics has all these videos in there. So we'll talk about those, and you'll see them as these are embedded, because I already clicked those gray boxes. And then we're going to go talk about the learning outcomes, and then we start moving through statistics as a tool. We talk about information bias and how we have that as an important lesson in this class. And then right here we see Lab 2, the purpose of statistics. We'll go ahead and take out our lab manuals, and we will look at Lab 2, and we'll do that together. Then we look at statistics in the media. I think that might actually be some of what's there. We'll look at the different links and articles and whatnot as examples and discuss those, discuss the scientific method. Then we'll go into research design, validity and reliability. We'll have a nice discussion about that, because that's part of the assignments this week. And then a couple more labs, Lab 6 and Lab 7, where we'll be practicing these skills together. That brings us into the assessment section, where we will have a discussion about the discussion, have a quiz, talk about what I'm expecting from the quiz. And this is a tough one, so we'll discuss it a little bit. And here's the lab, part of which we're going to do. The part of this has to do with setting up and getting to know Zoom, so we're going to do that. And then the rest of it has to do with Word and getting SPSS. We'll do some screenshots about, depending on what computer that you have, to get a screenshot, and how to actually complete this assignment. You're going to actually complete a Word document by the end of the week and have it ready to show me when we meet the next time. So we're going to kind of go through the book like that. We're going to go through the course book like that. I'm expecting you to read the textbook as best you can, do as much practicing as you can with the answers. All the stuff that's in the textbook has the answers in the back, and doing as much as you can. This is a course that comes from practice. It doesn't, it's like learning an instrument. You can learn how to play a chord, but if you don't play that chord over and over and over and over, and that's a D, by the way. If you don't play that chord over and over and over, it's not going to come natural. So it's really a practice thing. So we're going to be doing that together. That's the way the class is going to go. When I do these videos, which I'm going to continue to do each week, which will appear Monday morning prior to us meeting, I'm simply going to go over kind of like the expectations for the week, or please have this prepared, or if I have something extra I want you to do, or something like that. So please make an effort to get those. They'll be available. I'm planning on having them available like midnight after Sunday is what I'm hoping. But at least by early Monday morning, they'll be available. And you can look at that before you go to work or at lunch or something like that, getting prepared for. It won't be anything. I won't have any expectations like, oh, go collect 1,000 signatures on. No. So don't worry about that. So for this first chapter, we're really looking at why do we look at numbers for decision making, and why is it important to have a scientific view of the world? And that's really what we're going to be doing together this week. So I look forward to our meeting time together. We'll be again meeting for methods at 1:30. I'm going to do one of these videos next for methods, and we'll be meeting for statistics after that meeting. We'll take a little break. I'll go get another coffee, and we'll do statistics. So I will see you on Monday, and I'm doing this on Saturday, so I wish you, I hope you had a good weekend by the time you see this, and I will see you on the Monday class time. Take care.